I'm upset because you asked me on a date and you're asking me to split the bill with you. It's a respect thing.
I just don't know you that well.
Okay, I don't know you that well, so that's completely fair, but I still agreed to go on a date with you to IHOP, and you're asking me to split the bill, and I don't think that's, like, respectful.
I know a lot of people say the person that asks should pay. The reality is women don't ask men out on dates very often, but men would still be stuck with the bill. I don't think women should realistically expect men to pay for the date. They should be mutually interested in getting to know this guy. They should be willing to invest in it, essentially, with financial means. And even though it's IHOP and it's not crazy expensive, if you were to go on one date a week, you're looking at an easy $1,400, assuming the price is exactly the same every time. We asked for equality, so this is what it looks like. If you're not genuinely interested in the guy, don't agree to go on the date. If you feel like spending some money to get to know him is too much for you. I'm going to stitch the other part of the video because that part I don't agree with. And I'm going to be calling the guy out on this one.
Angry at men. Do you know why? Do you know why? Because they've dated assholes. They've dated...
This man is speaking facts. Women only seem to care about the superficial things. Then they wonder why they can't find a good man. Like he said, oftentimes a lot of men who are maybe a little bit more nerdy or carry a little bit of extra weight are often overlooked, when they may have more to offer than some of these other guys that women are dating. Yes, you should be with someone that you find attractive. A man that's right for you may not check off all your boxes that you have. In fact, he may be very different from what you're used to dating. Fully agreed, I've always loved those hairstyles. I don't know why they even went away in the first place.
Hey, Daddy! Oh my God!
Why do so many women end up with subpar men?
A lot of women go into relationships not knowing exactly what they want. I'm not talking superficial qualities here. Too much weight is given to those superficial qualities. Personality is more important. You should kind of know what you want to do with your life in the next 5 years and some of the personality traits that you would love to have in a guy, and look for a guy that kind of fits that. People don't think long term, they're focused on superficial stuff, and they have unrealistic standards, expecting the man to fit every box she can come up with. Relationship isn't going to be the source of all your happiness, and you need to be self-reliant in every way, both emotionally but also financially. People claim to be independent, but they're only independent financially. And being financially independent isn't enough.
I'm just wondering, at what age do you stop caring about the perception of you to other people? Because anytime I try to stand up for myself, I literally spiral the entire rest of the day.
There's no magical age for this. And the thing is, if someone doesn't like you anymore because you stood up for yourself and you were reasonable with it, you weren't screaming at them or insulting them in any way, you were simply stating your stance and sticking with it or communicating your boundaries, then that's not the type of person you want to keep in your life. People that genuinely respect and love you and they're emotionally mature themselves will want you to stand up for yourself and have boundaries when needed. And there is no need to feel guilty about setting those boundaries. Your needs matter, you are worthy, and as long as what you're asking for is reasonable and fair, then you should never feel guilty. Once you realize that, you'll stop worrying so much. Oftentimes, people's perception of you is what they decide it to be. You don't really have a whole lot of influence on what that's going to be. I've noticed sometimes you can be super nice to people, be super giving, and at the end of the day, they still find reasons to not like you. This can stem from their own insecurities or jealousy, or they just might have that personality where they just hate everybody, and it's not you, it's just them. So these are things to keep in mind. Yes, you need to take responsibility for your actions and where you're falling short, but sometimes at the end of the day, it really is the other person and it's not you.